Hi all, welcome to my channel Be a Code. Hope you all are doing good. So in this video, we'll discuss about introduction of C programming language, what are its features, history, applications, advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so before going to learn about what is C programming, you need to understand what is a computer language. So first, why we humans need languages like Telugu, Hindi in order to communicate with the people and get our tasks done, right? In the similar way, in order to communicate with this computer machine and to get our work done, we need a language. So that language is called as programming language or computer language. Okay, now let us see the definition of what is this computer language. A programming language or a computer language is a formal language that is used to communicate with the computer machine. So in order to communicate with the machine and get our task done, we need a language. So that language is a computer language. So what does this computer language consist of? So it is a set of codes or instructions to communicate with the machine. So it consists of a set of codes or instructions, which means that suppose if you want to write a code for sum of two numbers you want to print its output. So in this code you will write this code, you write the code to get the sum of two numbers as an output. So these instructions produce different kinds of outputs according to the user needs. So this output will be according to the user needs and user satisfaction. For example, if one person want addition of two numbers, so the output will be addition of two numbers. So if the other person wants subtraction of two numbers, so the output will be the subtraction of two numbers. Okay. Now we'll see what are the types of these programming languages. The first one is machine and assembly language. So what is a machine language? See, a machine language consists of numeric codes for the operations that particularly computer can execute directly. So this machine language and assembly language are low level languages. Low level languages in the sense the language which is very near to the computer language, which means that see this in this code in these codes are strings of zeros and ones, that is binary format. So computer can understand only zeros and ones language. So these machine languages are in the form of zeros and ones, are in the form of strings of zeros and ones, and are later converted into hexadecimal values for human modification and viewing. So these machine languages are very close to computer language. For example, if you write hello, that will not be directly understood by the computer. It will convert it into binary format, that is zeros and ones. Then only it will be understandable to the computer. But here there is one drawback. It is difficult to read and write since the code is in binary values and does not resemble human language. So if the language is in the form of zeros and ones, it will be difficult to remember the code for that particular code. So it will be very difficult for the user to understand these languages. So next one is the assembly language. Assembly language is designed to be easily translated into machine language. So it uses short mnemonic codes for the instructions and allows the programmer to introduce names for the blocks of memory that hold the data. So this assembly language is far better than the machine language. So this code will be little easier to understand. So next one is algorithmic languages. Algorithmic languages are designed to express mathematical or symbolic computations. So this is the first high level language. As I said you, assembly languages and machine languages are low level languages. So this algorithmic languages is the first high level languages. That is, it can be easily understandable to the user. So examples of this are Fortran, Algol, Lisp and C. Next one is business oriented languages. So these are the languages that are used for business purposes. So this language is mainly used to perform the business computations. Examples of this are COBOL and SQL. The fourth one is scripting languages. They are intended to solve relatively small programming problems that do not require the overhead of data declaration and other features. So these scripting languages are mainly used to solve the small programming languages, not bigger tasks. So these are useful for that purpose. Next one is object oriented languages. Object oriented languages help to manage the complexity. So these object oriented languages are mainly intended to solve the complex problems. Okay, it is a programming style. Here everything is associated with the class and object concept. So examples of this is Java, C++, and Ada. So in these languages, it is object-oriented programming. That is, the concept of class and objects are well explained here. So the next one is declarative languages. Declarative languages are also called as non-procedural languages or very high-level programming languages. So these languages mainly specifies what is to be done rather than how to do it. Suppose if there is a problem, so it will specify what need to be done, and it does not provide the procedure. So that's why it is called as non-procedural programming language. Example for this is Prolog. So now let's see what is C programming language. C is a procedural programming language. So what do you mean by procedural programming language? So in procedural programming languages, everything we write is in a order and sequence. It is in the form of a procedure so that user can easily understand. So C is a procedural programming languages. C programming languages was developed in 1972 by Dennis Ritchie. So Dennis Ritchie is the father of C programming languages, and it was developed at Bell Laboratories of A&T, American Telephone and Telegraph. It is located in USA. So C is a general purpose programming languages that is extremely popular, simple and flexible. So C is very easy, it is very simple, and it is very easy to learn. So it is also most popular among the worldwide, and it is used to develop many applications. So many applications are also developed using the C programming languages, and it has laid basis to learn other programming languages as well. So it is also used to develop the compilers. So these compilers are very essential to translate one language to another language. So C is used to develop these applications, and it has laid basis to other programming languages as well. Now, let us see the history of C programming language. So, as mentioned earlier, C was developed by Dennis Ritchie, and he is known as father of C programming language. So, mainly C was developed to overcome two problems. That is, first, it was developed to overcome the problems of previous languages, that is B and BCPL. So this is one reason, and the other reason is C was actually initially developed because to build this Unix operating system. Unix is one of the operating systems. So to develop this operating system, C was mainly focused. We mainly focused on C to develop this unique operating system. So it inherits many features of its previous languages such as B and BCPL. And during 1980s, C gradually gained popularity. So it became one of the most widely used. So gradually C became one of the most popularly used programming languages, and in 1989 it gained standardization by ANSI. It is American National Standard Institute, and by the International Organization for Standardization. So it gained the standardization in 1989. Now let's see the features of C. So first one is C is simple. As I said, C is a simple language, and it provides a structured approach. Structured approach in the sense it allows the user to break the problems into parts, and so that it will be very easy to understand. Next, C is portable. Unlike assembly language, C programs can be executed on different machines with some specific machine specific changes. Therefore C is portable language. So C language allows the user to do some specified changes, and it can be run on other machines also, whereas assembly language and machine language, they cannot be run on other machines. So this is the advantage of C. Next, C is a mid-level programming language. Although C is intended to do low-level programming, it is used to develop system applications such as kernel. It also supports the features of high-level language. So C supports both low-level programming, and also high-level programming. So it is a mid-level programming language. Next, fourth one is structured programming language. C is a structured programming language in the sense that it allows to break the program into parts using functions. So it is easy to understand and modify. Functions also provide code reusability. So here C programming language allows the user, as I said, it allows the user to break the program into smaller parts. So it allows the use of functions. So these functions are a block of code, so that we can easily understand what is written in that particular code. And also by using these functions and breaking this into smaller parts, it provides code reusability. So we can reuse the same code again and again. So it will be very easy. Next, fifth one is rich library. C provides a lot of inbuilt functions that makes the development very fast. So C has a rich inbuilt functions. Inbuilt function means at the time of C development only, some functions are installed in that. So this inbuilt functions makes the development very fast. Next, memory management. It supports the features of dynamic memory allocation. Dynamic memory allocation in the sense the memory is allocated at the runtime. So by allowing this dynamic memory allocation, we can save a lot of memory. Okay, in C language we can free the allocated memory at any time by calling the free function. So there is a free function named free function, so it will save the memory. If the memory is not required for that particular function, so we can free that memory. Next, statically typed language. C programming language is a statically typed language, meaning the type of the variable is checked at the time of compilation but not at runtime. So there are some other languages like Python. So it is a dynamically typed language. Python is a dynamically typed language, meaning we can declare the variable type at the runtime. But C is a statically typed language, so we need to declare what type of variable we are using at compile time only. At statically only we have to declare the type of variable. Next, eighth one is easy to extend. Programs written in C language can be extended easily, means when a program is already written in it, then some more features and operations can be added to it. So if we can easily extend a C language to develop other programming languages by adding some more features and operations into it. So we can develop more applications through this C programming language. And C programming language is case sensitive. So C language is case sensitive, meaning it has difference between uppercase and lowercase letters. So there is a difference whenever you write a program in C, there is a difference in uppercase and lowercase letters. Okay, so you need to be very careful while using this C language. So because it is case sensitive. Now let us see the applications of C. C programming language can be used to design different types of applications, like designing the system softwares like operating system and compilers. So as I said you, C can be used to develop the operating systems like Unix. As I said you, Unix operating system was developed by using this C, and also it is used to design the compilers, different types of compilers, and designing the application software like database and spreadsheet. So this software is C programming language is also used to design the application softwares. So to design graphics related applications like PC and mobile games, so we can also develop the mobile games in PCs, and we can also develop this graphics by using C, and it is also used to evaluate the mathematical equations. Now let's see the advantages of C. First one is procedural oriented language. C is a procedure oriented language. Here user creates procedures and functions to execute their task. So it is a procedure oriented. There will be procedure and they are in an order. So procedure oriented language is very much easy to learn because it follows an algorithm to execute these statements, and also this procedure oriented languages uses algorithms to execute the statements. So it will be very easy to learn. Second one is lots of libraries. C language provides lots of functions which consist of system generated functions and user defined functions. So C also allows user defined functions and also inbuilt functions. So it is very rich in libraries. So speed of compilation. C compiler produces machine code very fast compared to other language compilers. C compiler can compile around 1000 lines of code in a second or two. So C compilation is very fast when compared to other programming languages. So it can compile around 1000 lines of code in a second or 2 seconds. So compilation will be very fast. So this is the advantage of C. Next, fourth one is easy to learn. C syntax is very easy, so beginners can also easily learn this C programming language. It is very easy to understand. So next one is disadvantages of C. Object oriented programming features. So what now, let's see what are these disadvantages of C. Object oriented programming features. Oops. So object oriented programming features is missing in C language. You have to develop your program using procedure oriented programming only. So C is procedure oriented programming only. It is not object oriented programming. So it because it is not object oriented, it lacks some features like abstraction. So abstraction in the sense there will be no security. So it is lacking this object oriented programming feature. The second one is runtime type checking is not available. So type checking is done at compile time only. There is no runtime, there is no provision for runtime type checking in C. The next one is namespace feature. C does not provide namespace features. So you can't be able to use the same variable name again and again in the same scope. If the namespace feature is available, then you can able to reuse the same variable name. So C does not provide this namespace feature. So what is the disadvantages? Because if one variable is declared, you can't reuse the same variable in the same scope again and again. So it does not, we need to declare the variable again and again. So this is one of the drawback of C. Next one is low level of abstraction. So C is small and the core machine language that has minimum data hiding and exclusive visibility that affects the security of this language. So the C language lacks the security, and also it is not used to because since it lacks this security, we can't develop the web application because everybody has access. So we can't use this C to develop the web applications. And fifth one is constructor and destructor is not available. C does not provide object oriented features, so it doesn't have constructor and destructor features. Constructor and destructor is used to construct an object and destructor an object. So object oriented features has one property, that is constructor and destructor. They are special methods and are used to construct an object and destroy an object. Since C does not support object oriented features, so there is no constructor and destructor, and user have to manually construct this object. So this is one of the drawbacks. So yes, this is all for this video guys. Hope you all liked it. Thank you for watching.